Hi there. So in this tutorial, we're going to go through a couple of the questions that arose today from the Infinite Campus Gradebook Google Meet. So I've navigated to my Google Class, or I'm sorry, to my Infinite Campus Gradebook. I'm going to come on over here to settings. So just to kind of recap quickly what we did today, we made sure that in our grade calculation options, that my quarter one, quarter two, and quarter three grades were all reset to in progress. The grading scale was base. Even if you are in an honors class, it is still base unless you're teaching an AP class. It should be base. And you're going to want to use weighted categories. If you use weighted categories for your quarter one, two, and three, you should also be using weighted categories for your quarter four. You want to make sure it says in progress grade. The only part that is different is that it has to say NECSD standards grading 0 through 4. And again, if you use weighted categories, you're going to use them again for your fourth quarter. So then we went into categories. And right here I have two categories. One is assessment, one is classwork. Each one is worth 50%. Again, this is up to the teacher what you have been using, but if you've never used Infinite Campus Gradebook and need to add a category, you would click on categories. You're going to click down here on the right, click add. Name your category. So if this was classwork, I can weight all of these categories the same. So if I wanted, oh, it already exists. Classwork 2. Okay, so classwork 2, if I want to add this to every single one of my classes, I'm going to check this box. And as you can see, it can populate all of them. Whatever the weight is, if it's 20, 25, 30, whatever percentage that is. If there's some classes that you teach that are different, and suppose my fourth period class, I like classwork to be a different amount, you can just go ahead and change that there. You would then click save, and then that would be one of your categories. I'm not going to save this one because I already have my category set up. All right, so let's talk about adding an assignment. So over here, I'm going to add an assignment. You want to make sure that you are in the fourth quarter term, that you are in the correct class, and that the task is quarter grade. So I'm going to go ahead and add an assignment. I'm just going to call this 1. The abbreviation, I'm just going to call it number 1. And you can add or remove classes here. So if you have more than one class that is completing the same assignment, you can add it here by clicking the add button, or you can remove it if you don't want it anymore. So I'm just going to do it on these first 2 classes for this example. My categories are very important here. As I said before, we have 2 categories, classwork and assessment. I'm going to leave it in assessment. And this is the very, very important part. Right here, we need to change this to marks. And this is going to be 4. And you're going to want to make sure that under marks, you select this. So every time you create a new assignment, this is new for us. You want to make sure that this is under marks and it's on the NECSD standards grading 0 to 4 marks. It's for total of 4 points, and we're going to click save. So I'm going to go ahead and hit close. So here's where my assignment is. It's assignment number 1. I'm going to get rid of this. So if I was going through this, and again, I'm using that 0 through 4 scale that I attached to the other document, that you're looking at a student's piece of work, and you're saying, are they meeting the standards, above the standards, below the standard? And you're giving this a integer score of 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4. There are no decimal points. So say this kid got a 3. They got a 4, a 2, a 1. So I'm just arbitrarily assigning grades here just so you can kind of see how it's calculating it. So if you notice, a 3 out of 4 right here is an 88. A 2 out of 4 is an 80. A 0. So the curve is not the standard. 2 out of 4 is 50%. So make sure. So I'm going to hit save. I'm going to do that assignment one more time. So I'm going to click add. So this is assignment 2. I'm going to write it as number 2. I'm going to change the date for this one just to demo that. Maybe the due date is the week after. I'm going to change the category this time. It's going to be classwork. It's only for this section, so I'm not going to add anything else. It's for the quarter grade. Again, scoring type needs to be changed to marks. I need to change it to NECSD grading 0 through 4. I need to make sure I put in it as a total of 4 points. I'm going to hit save. I can hit close. Here is number 2. So again, I can put some scores in here. And as you can see, the grades are current. The post grade is now not stuck at 100. It is an actual grade amount. And that is how you use the 0 through 4 scoring rubric for fourth quarter. Again, please reach out to any ITF. Please reach out to me, email me if you need anything. And I hope you guys have a great rest of the day and hang in there. You're doing the best you can do, and that's all we can ask. And I'm sure whatever you're doing is a job. Thanks so much.